Hi YouTube, welcome back to another Nancy Drew stream. Today we're playing Secret of the Old Clock, which is inspired by the first Nancy Drew book in the original Nancy Drew series, released in 1930, and that is why we're time traveling today, back to the year 1930.
Welcome to my latest
Let's
case,
get into
The
it.
Secret of the Old Clock.
The year 1930.
The place, the road to Titusville,
where we find Nancy Drew behind the wheel of her blue roadster, pondering this question. Why
Thanks for
did
the
Emily
toot.
Crandall, a girl whom Nancy knows only through their mutual friend Helen Corning, ask Nancy to drive all the way out to the Lilac Inn to see her? Does it have something to do with the fact that Emily's mother died barely a month earlier, leaving Emily to run the restaurant with only her guardian to help her? And more important, why, when
She looks so
called,
sad.
did Emily sounds so desperate? The spunky teenager
Hi,
turns off
desperate.
the main road, blissfully unaware that Emily isn't all that awaits her at the end of the driveway. No, Nancy Drew is about to get her first taste of the mystery, intrigue, and adventure that are to become her destiny.
That's fair, Media. This is a good starter, although I don't love the plot line as much as some other ones, but it is an easier one when it comes to puzzles.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please. There we go. Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew. His number is KL
Carson
57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew speaking.
Hi, Dad.
Well, I see you got to Titusville okay.
The car ran like a top.
It ought to. That's a fine car. You treat it well, it'll treat you well.
That's what they always
Listen,
say.
as it turns out, I just called there and left a message for you to call me.
You did?
I need to get some documents from a colleague over there. I thought since you were in the area, you could pick them up, save him paying postage.
Sure. What's the address?
He said he'd just leave them for you at the telegraph office. Just drive into town and look for Tubby Telegrams. He said you can't miss it.
Will do.
These papers are extremely important, Nancy.
I will pick them up, Dad.
Good. Remember, watch your gas gauge and get gas
Nephew
when you're
Goose
low, so you don't run out.
shenanigans.
And try to avoid potholes. The more you hit, the likely it is you'll wind up with a flat.
Yes, Dad.
And if you do get a flat, take it off and put on your spare, and then head straight to a gas station and get it fixed.
Yes, Dad.
All right, lecture over. Have you found out why Miss Crandall asked you to visit?
I wanted to call you first.
You've done your daughterly duty, now go see Emily, and after that,
I know. Pick up those documents.
that's my girl.
Goodbye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Dun, 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 dun.
Well, hello. I'll bet my bloomers you're Nancy Drew.
Emily told me your name.
I'm Jane Willoughby. I'm Emily's guardian, but only for the next 3
Oh,
months
no,
until she
Maggie,
turns 18.
that's so
Then she's
sad.
on her own.
Aw.
It smells
3
like someone's been
strikes.
baking pies.
Three
Pies are
strikes
my
for the
like
food
and
today.
specialty. We get orders from all over. Oh, that reminds me, your father called.
Cherry
You're supposed
Coke,
to call
tried
him.
and
You can use
true.
the coin phone on the porch.
I already talked to him, but thanks for the message.
Emily didn't say anything about you coming until just this morning.
Is it okay that I'm here?
Don't get me wrong, she can invite anybody here she wants. It's just that she's gotten so darn forgetful lately.
Maybe she's just, still thinking about her mom.
She misses her mom, that's for sure. So do I. Gloria and me, we were best friends, you know? The two of us ran this swell little dress shop over in Capital City.
I feel like
But then
this game,
she got hitched and I
even
didn't.
though
And
it's
the
like,
next thing I know,
it's
she's
number
writing me
12,
saying
right?
It would sure take a load off her mind if I could take care
It's
of her
in
little
the
girl should something ever happen to
later
her.
part of the early games, I feel like the character models are really, really bad compared to some other ones. Like, I feel like maybe Curse of Blackmore Manor and Shadow Ranch have better character models than this one. But I'm also just looking at her, and she just looks so bad, you know?
It was nice of you to say yes.
I couldn't say no. I mean, what are best friends for? I just
Hi,
wish I knew
Pius.
how to
Welcome.
help Emily.
Welcome, welcome.
Help her do what?
She's been acting so... Look, go talk to her. She probably just needs to spend some time with a bearcat like you instead of some dumb
Bearcat.
Dora like me. Go on up, she's in her room. Just make like a Boy Scout and be prepared.
Okay, let's go ahead and save, because I'm anxious about it crashing. I just want to make sure that we get through get through this game. Hi, Kelsey. Love you too. Glad to see you. Hey, girl.
Hi. Welcome to the Lilac Inn. Oh, and before I forget, thank you for that nice note you sent me when Mom died. It meant a lot to me.
Well, I lost my mom too, years ago. I kind of know how you feel.
You and I may not be best friends or anything, but you're still one of the nicest people I know.
You obviously need to get out more.
That's why I'm hoping you'll do me a favor. A big favor. You and your dad.
My dad?
Helen says he's a lawyer.
Shh! What's wrong?
I thought I heard
Her
something. Your
her
father has a
little
safe,
dress
right?
is making a lot of noise, huh?
This is 1930. Lots of people have safes.
Yeah,
See
she is
this
cute.
jewelry? I'd like
She
you to
is
take
cute.
it home with you and put it in your father's safe.
It's beautiful.
It was my mother's.
5 minutes
few
into the
times
game,
saw her
I
wear it,
know.
She looked just like a movie star. I was hiding it here in my room, but all things considered, I'd feel a lot better if you would just take it home and have your father lock it up in his safe.
What about your guardian? Can't she take care of it?
Oh, I don't want her to know I'm doing this, so don't tell her, all right? See, strange things have been going on around here. That's all I can say. I know it sounds
Jane just
loony,
looks
and
at
Jane probably told you that I've been acting loony, but please do this for me.
Oh!
What was that?
Emily, come downstairs, quick! The kitchen's on fire!
Not the kitchen on
Come
fire.
on, we better get out of here.
This is horrible, just horrible.
Jane is a mess.
The fire chief says the stove was completely destroyed and there's smoke damage everywhere. The inn will have to shut down for months, maybe even for good.
Oh no. SMH.
Will insurance cover the damage?
I asked the fire chief the same thing. He said there could be a problem.
What kind of problem?
It looked to him like one of the burners on the stove had been left on. The flame either went out or was never lit, but anyway, something made a spark and boom. He said insurance companies are very reluctant to pay out when things look hinky, and that's when times are good.
Where did Emily go? She was right here.
Emily was the last person to use the stove. Like I said, she's been real forgetful lately. I think she's pretty upset. But it's not her fault. What with her mom passing away barely a month ago, and me showing up, this total stranger who doesn't know the first thing about kids.
Zero
or
symmetry.
running a
You know what?
restaurant,
I
and
never
her
noticed
trying to
that.
do everything all by herself.
But now I'm
It's
never
just
gonna
too
be able
much,
to
that's all.
unsee that.
Who wouldn't go a
So
little
thank
off
you
their
for
nut?
that.
I better get that. The line to the regular phone got burned up in the fire, so now the only phone we got is the coin phone on the porch. Excuse me.
Oh no!
Emily?
My mother's
Oh.
jewelry! It's gone! Someone must have
No.
stolen it while we were all downstairs. I knew something like this was going to happen. I just knew it.
You mean this sort of thing has happened before?
Yes. No. I'd rather not say. But I will say this. I did not leave the stove on. That fire was not my fault. Oh, what am I going to do? Without that jewelry, I don't have a prayer of paying for a new stove. And without a stove, I'll have to sell the inn. And if I lose the inn... I wish Mom were still here. I wish Josiah Crowley had left us the money like he always said he was going to. That's what
Do
I
I
wish.
smell a
Who's Josiah
mystery?
Crowley?
He was this old man that lived next door. He died last year. He spent most of his time here at the inn, and he led my mom and me to believe that he'd left a lot of money for us in his will. He gave us a clock, and afterwards, he'd always point to it and get this little twinkle in his eye and say, "Time will tell." But when they finally found his will, he didn't leave us a penny.
Was there a problem finding his will?
It didn't turn up for months. Then finally someone found it in a drawer in Josiah's house. Josiah was kind of a screwball. One time he showed up at my birthday party dressed as my great-aunt Harriet. I didn't know it was really him until 2 days later. Anyway, he had all these weird hobbies, and he always thought it would be really keen to read minds. Josiah invited Richard Topham to move in so Topham could help him develop his paranormal powers right there in his house. Josiah was a sweet old man, and I do miss him. And he was free to give his money to whomever he wanted. But to get our hopes up like that, and then leave us nothing, it just wasn't like him.
How many people knew you kept your mother's jewelry in here?
No one. Well, Jane, my guardian, she knew, but I didn't tell anyone else.
Was your mother's jewelry insured?
Gosh, I forgot about that. I don't know. Jim Archer, I bet he'd know. He's our banker. I guess I should go talk to him.
You don't sound very happy about it.
I'm just so bad at business
Hello,
things.
Jonfa.
And Jane, my
Welcome
guardian,
in. Good to
she
see
tries
you.
hard, but she's no good at it
Hope you're
either.
doing well today.
Maybe you could go talk to him. Please? It would be such a big help.
Sure.
He runs the Main Street Bank. You can't miss it. I'll call him and tell him you're coming.
Where is Richard Topham now?
He still lives in Josiah's house, which is right down the path out back. His house and the inn were built at the same
Going
time
okay?
by two
That's
brothers
good,
during
that's
the
good.
Civil War.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks again, Nancy.
Okay, let's save again. Now that we've gotten to the actual mystery of things.
That car I saw before is gone.
Okay, is this an arrow keys thing or a point and click? Okay, I can do this. That's good. Is this the bank?
Hello, I'm looking for Jim Archer.
Right through that door. Hello! Are you Nancy Drew?
He went crazy on the blush.
Sounds like Emily called you.
Yes, ma'am. Jim Archer. I'm founder, president, manager, and just about everything else you can name when it comes to this fine
Not I hear that
enterprise.
some businesses
Emily
aren't
tell you
doing
why
so
I'm
well
here?
these
She
days.
just
In
said
the
you were
Great
coming and that
Depression,
she'd appreciate it if
Nancy.
I would talk to you. Terrible thing, losing her mother like that, then being saddled with that restaurant, especially now.
What do you mean?
Ever since the stock market crashed, one business after another has closed, including banks. President Hoover keeps saying that a recovery is just around the corner, but you have to wonder.
Is your bank doing okay?
I'm happy to report that we're doing just fine, thank you. Excuse me. Main Street Bank, Jim Archer speaking. No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Who called
but
Second Chance? Was that me?
yes, I know.
How did I do
but-
that?
All right, then just bring it by.
Well, Second Chance was an accident for me to call that. I don't know how I did that, but hey,
Sorry for the
if you have
interruption.
Second
How
Chance
can
on
I
your
help you?
board, congratulations.
Do you happen to know whether the jewelry Emily inherited from
Yeah,
her
I don't know
mother
how
was
that happened.
insured?
Well, I know for a fact that it was not. Why?
Because someone snuck into the inn today
I'll make
and
one
stole
happen.
it.
Don't worry.
Oh, no. I heard there'd been a fire in the kitchen, but when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? I told Gloria not to let that policy lapse.
The back of the
Gloria
head
always
reveal.
rely on you for business advice?
Sometimes. You see, I have experience in the law as well as accounting. But in this case, she wouldn't listen to me. She felt that since Josiah Crowley would be leaving her a large sum of money when he died, or so she thought, paying to insure her jewelry just wasn't necessary.
How well did you know Josiah Crowley?
Well enough for him to name me executor of his will. An executor is the person who makes sure the terms of a will are carried out.
Did he leave
Thank you for
anything?
the vocab lesson.
He'd given me the impression that I would be well taken care of when he passed on too. But when I finally read his will, it all went to Topham.
Where did Josiah keep his will?
He'd hidden it in a chest of drawers in his house. It took me months to find it. When he named me executor, he said he'd tell me where it was hidden when the time was right. Whatever that meant.
How did Josiah die?
He was sitting in the public library reading when apparently his heart just decided it was time to
That's
stop.
how I'm gonna go, probably.
Did he go to the library a lot?
First Thursday of every month. That's when the fan magazines would come in. Know what his favorite book was? The Makeup Secrets of Lon Chaney.
The will you found in Josiah's house. Is it possible that Josiah didn't really write it?
Well, the thought that it could be a forgery did cross my mind. But an expert verified that the will had been typed on Josiah's typewriter and signed in Josiah's hand.
Maybe Richard Topham bought the expert off.
As far as the law is concerned, the matter is closed, Miss Drew.
But it's possible that Josiah's real will is still out there. Are you sure he never gave you any clue as to where he'd hidden his will?
Whenever I asked him, he said he'd tell me when the time is right. Although, he got a safe deposit box here about 3 years ago.
Has it been opened?
Topham has tried to claim its contents, but he can't find the key.
If Topham can't find the key, maybe it's because it wasn't in Josiah's house.
Now, Miss Drew, I wouldn't go jumping to any conclusions.
How well
But I
do you know
love
Jane
jumping to
Willoughby? You know,
conclusions.
Emily's guardian?
Not well at all. Met her once or twice. Seemed a little flighty.
What was Emily's mom like?
Had a good head on her shoulders. Friendly, too. Having a big slice of blueberry pie at the Lilacan was always a real treat. It'd be nice if family could carry on the tradition, but times are just too
Oh,
tough. If she's
that
smart,
would be
she'll sell before
interesting.
the bills start piling up.
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
I've never thought about that, Maggie.
Don't you ever use this typewriter?
That used to be Josiah Crowley's. It was the only
I need to
thing he
start
left
taking
me in his
notes.
will. Naturally, it doesn't work. The keys always jam.
October 9, 1929. Dear Mrs. Sheldon, here is the trivet I said you could borrow for your party.
He could have
at
done so
20.
much better. Topham is awful.
Take care of it because I will want it back someday. Your friend, Josiah C. I wonder if Josiah ever got his trivet back.
Good question, Nancy. Good question.
Who's Clara?
Clara Pickford is this lonely old woman who comes in here every once in a while. Took a shine to me for some reason. Insisted on giving me that picture.
Where did you get this clock?
Josiah Crowley gave it to me. It stopped keeping time the minute he walked out the door.
That's true, that's true. Small towns.
Is this your car?
Yes, it is. Bought and paid for.
Alright, see you later. And I need to find the telegram place. Oh, there it is. There it is. Crowmeister. Is that on my bingo?
Something I can do for you?
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and my father
Say
said
no
that...
more. You're here to pick up some papers. They're in that envelope.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Say, is that your roadster out there?
Yes, it is. Did I park somewhere I shouldn't have?
No, it's just that my regular driver never showed up today, so I've got no way to deliver all these telegrams. How would you like to earn
I
some
would
extra cash?
love
You mean
to.
you want me to deliver them for you?
You've got a car, you're trustworthy, or at least your father thinks you are, so what do you say? I'll pay you 25 cents each time you complete a delivery. And you might
Okay.
even get some tips.
Okay, sure.
Great, you're hired. Here, deliver this to Seymour out at Blenheim Nursery. Come back when you're done and I'll pay you and give you another telegram to deliver.
Great. See you in a little while.
Who did he say? Not me already not listening. The nursery. Where is that? Do I have a map? Here. Oh, perfect. It's right by the inn.
Hello, I've got a telegram for Seymour.
Just leave it on the desk there. I'd tip you, but as you can see, my hands are filthy.
What are you doing?
Oh, okay. I
I'm
need to
trying
write that
doll
down
up some
to
of my
add to the
plants
square,
before
though.
this guy named
To
Mr.
add to the
Martin
bingo.
comes in. He's a big cheese at some oil company, and I'm hoping he... Ow!
Did that plant just bite you?
It did kind of feel that way.
I think I'll be going now.
Bye. Nancy has unresolved trauma from the Blackmore Manor plant that ate her alive. See you later, Medio. Always good to have you around. And thank you for calling the transportation square. Thank you, thank you.
Hi, Nancy.
Did Josiah ever say anything about hiding his will somewhere?
No, but he was always hiding stuff. I know because he was always writing reminders to himself about how to find it. But whenever the subject of his will came up, he'd just say he was happy knowing we were going to be happy when he passed on. Time will tell. That's all he'd say.
Do you have any idea where Josiah may have hidden a safe deposit box key?
He could have hidden it anywhere. He always said his favorite hiding place was right under people's noses.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the best.
What's on my checklist?
Can't check that off till it's done. That's done. I'm finished with that.
Did I not ask him that? Oh, I did.
Done.
Okay. Cool.
Got it. Looks like someone recently had a key appraised.
Cool.
Over here, Miss Drew. Find the toy mouse and give it to Yuri, would you please? Otherwise, he'll just keep meowing. He hates strangers.
Okay. Let's find that mouse. That's the craziest looking cat. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I'm glad people are enjoying the goose
nice of you to
emotes.
drop by. And thank you for walking instead of parking in the driveway. I'm expecting a pupil. I'd hate for her to have to park on the road.
Mr. Topham,
Richard Topham at your service.
did someone tell you I was coming?
If one is to teach others how to develop and use their paranormal gifts, it's only logical that one must possess such gifts oneself.
I hope I'm not disturbing you.
I was in the process of trying to make these spoons move by using nothing but my own.
This guy is
Have you
nutso.
ever focused sunlight through a magnifying glass until it was a minute yet searing point of light, Miss Drew?
Yeah, I guess.
You see, that's what I do with my cerebral emanations, my thoughts. I focus them
Just
until
call
they're
them
a beam
thoughts.
of pure energy, which
Cerebral
ultimately disrupts
emanations?
and transforms the
Please.
molecular force field surrounding
The audacity of
target
this man.
object.
And you can actually make objects move?
Yes. Well, on occasion. As I tell my students, increasing one's rate of success is simply a matter of practice.
Does everyone have paranormal powers?
To some degree, yes. The goal of the Topham School for the Study and Development of Paranormal Powers is to enable students to make the most of whatever gifts they have. I take them through exercises designed to help them increase their output of phantasmic energy. If you want to sign up for an introductory session, I believe I have an opening today.
What I'd really like to do is talk about Josiah
Let's get to the
Crowley.
point, Topham.
I'm afraid I'm busy, young lady, far too busy to engage in idle conversation.
You're not trying to hide something, are you, Mr. Topham?
I'll be blunt, Miss Drew. I've discovered that the more time I spend with the, shall we say, intellectually unendowed, the more my cerebral pulsations seem to diminish. I'm afraid I cannot speak to you further unless and until you prove that you are worthy. That is, that your brainwaves are not unacceptably inferior and thus deleterious to mine.
My brainwaves are
Deleterious?
just fine, Mr. Topham.
What I have here is an exercise in logic. If you can discern the correct solution, then I'll know that conversing with you will do me no psychic harm. You may take it with
Bring
you.
it on.
Good luck.
I'll do it right here in front of you.
That looks right.
Yeah, it does. You tell him, Nancy.
Am I smart or what?
Heck yeah.
I'm getting there. That looks right. Am I smart or what?
Am I to
All
assume that
done.
you have the correct solution to that logic problem?
I think I do.
Let's
What
have
you
a
gotta
look.
say about that?
Why, you appear to have indeed found the solution. Well, since you've proved yourself to be intellectually above average, which means talking to you should do me no harm, what would you like to talk about?
Did you hear about the explosion and fire at the Lilac Inn this morning?
I heard the explosion and fire. Ruined my 9 o'clock session.
Thanks for
So
being
you were with a
concerned.
customer when it happened?
Pupil. I was with a pupil. I run a school, not a vegetable stand, and yes, I was. until I dismissed her 20 minutes early. All the ruckus made concentration impossible.
Do you eat at the inn very often?
Not anymore. You see, the fact that Josiah left everything to me made some people around here, including Emily and now this Jane Willoughby, very bitter.
Ooh,
It
that
hurts me,
sounds
of
so
course, but
good.
It's human nature, I
Ooh,
suppose.
now I'm gonna be
When and
craving
how did you meet
chocolate.
Josiah Crowley?
That sounds
Last
amazing.
summer, while on my way to the university for a conference, I stopped for a bite at the Lilac Inn. Since it was crowded and I was in a hurry, I agreed to share a table with an elderly gentleman who, like me, was by himself. As soon as I told Mr. Crowley who I was and what I did, well, he insisted that I give him a training session that very afternoon, and was so thrilled with his progress that he demanded I stay and teach him everything I knew.
So it was his idea that you set up your school in his house?
Oh, I know rumor has it that I somehow tricked him into it, that I insinuated my way into his home, but I assure you that was not the case.
Right.
Were you surprised when you found out that Josiah had left you everything?
Delighted? Yes. Surprised? Not really. Josiah was all alone, you see, surrounded by people like the Crandalls and that banker, Jim Archer. People who were nice to him only because they knew he had money.
Just what does the word paranormal mean, anyway?
The paranormal includes telepathy or communicating
This man makes
by
me
sending and
tired. I don't want to
receiving
listen to
thoughts,
him.
extrasensory perception, or perceiving that which cannot physically be seen or heard, and psychokinesis, using one's psychic energy to reshape or move objects.
What do you think happened to the key to Josiah's safe deposit box?
Josiah no doubt lost it. He had a terrible memory, poor fellow.
What do you think is in the safe deposit box?
No doubt it's filled with the same thing as this house. Junk. But if it's junk, why haven't I gotten rid of it, you may well ask. Well, I know it's silly to hang on to Josiah's things, but he was a wonderful man, you see, and I just don't have the heart to get rid of them. Too sentimental for my own good, I guess.
Would it be okay if I looked around?
Go right ahead. The place is more like a museum than a house. Josiah was a man of many, many interests. I'll be right here if you have any questions.
Okay.
Was this Josiah's clock?
Everything in here was Josiah's.
Including this house. Little memory puzzle here. Oh. Clearly I'm not doing so good. Okay, not too shabby, not too shabby. Is this supposed to open? Okay, that took way too long.
In here.
Oh, it's got the dominoes on the side of it. I never noticed that. That's cool.
As you'll soon realize, Josiah's mental faculties were starting to go, I'm afraid. He tended to ramble. Very little of what he wrote in there makes
Just
sense.
because someone rambles doesn't mean their mental faculties are starting to
What are you
go.
when you win Bard Bounce? What poet is the cat's meow? What will Para, my miniature golf course, get you? What's Gloria's
Oh,
middle
I
name?
just heard my dog bark and it scared me. Cat's meow. Par and middle name.
Becoder is in the rivet. 2 to the right.
Tesla coil? Can we count this as a reference to a future game? Even though it's like an extremely future game, I'm gonna go yes. Boom.
Bottom's Q is in Note to Gloria.
Oh, and one to a previous game as well. Because the Haunted Carousel.
you do with these?
I put them on the windshields of cars parked in the area. Great advertising.
Ever put them on cars at the Lilac Inn?
All the time. I've gotten quite a few pupils that way. I'm afraid that fire today was as unfortunate for me as it was for Miss Crandall.
Mm-hmm.
The man on stage in this picture, is that Josiah?
Yes, that's from a production of A Midsummer Night's Dream that he directed and starred in. It closed after 2 nights, but he didn't care. He loved that play.
Okay, see you later, Mr. Topham.
Oh, a miniature golf course.
Oh.
Swell.
Swell. I love the golf ball game. Let's do it. Well, actually, let's do it like this. Oh! See you later, Holly. Yes, thank you, thank you. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Ooh. Oh, man. Yay! Woohoo!
Interesting.
The moon in the sky was once heard to say, "It's high time I saw this thing known as day." So the moon checked its clock and rose with the sun, and before long it realized just what it had done. "It's far too bright here. I've made a mistake. What heat, what havoc the sun can create. I want to go back." So when dusk came again, the moon rose when it should and said, "Ah, 'tis heaven." That's funny. Okay, so it's 1... 2, 4, 2, 8, 2, and 7. 7. A little bit reaching, but I'll let it slide. Aw, that's cute. I'll take it as a compliment. I probably got that from my mom. She wasn't a kindergarten teacher per se, but we were homeschooled, so I guess she kind of was. So, I'll give my mama credit for that. This is such an elaborate mini golf course. Especially, I feel like for 1930, like, I don't know. I don't know anything about the technology of 1930, but this feels advanced. Oh man, I should just start over.
I hit it too hard.
I hit it too hard.
I hit it too hard.
Okay, boo. Get me out of here. Sushi! Yum! Sushi's so good. Maybe I can still save it. Ah! Boo. You're kidding. I think I was robbed on that one. No worries, bud. Drive safe.
I hit it too hard.
Did not. It went in the hole. I think this part is so fun. This little cutscene is like lodged in my memory. Hi Liv, thanks for the bits. Good to see you. How you doing? Aw. Aw. Oh no! Ah. Okay, surely that's a straight shot. Okay, thank you. Okay. I can make par pretty easy, I think. Even though I've messed up pretty bad. Been busy. I see, I see. Okay, this is a horrible place for me to be.
I hit it too hard.
Okay. Doing dishes, no problem. Oof.
Hooray!
Hooray! I want to do another one. I can do better than that. Wait.
It looks like the ball and putter go here.
I got par, so do I not get a thing? Oh, I was supposed to put it over here. Doggone it. Doggone it. I made a mistake. Well, I wanted to play again anyways. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. Okay, good start, good start. Oh yeah, fantastic. Ooh, that wasn't good though. Neither was that, actually. I like the butterfly that's over there. Okay, good, good, good. Oh, that sucks. Liv, you better not be chatting and driving. Not on my watch.
I hit it too hard.
Oh. Much better. Much, much better. This one I don't feel as confident in, but we'll see what we can do. This is just a bad angle, I feel. Beat that. Oh! I'm offended by that one.
Oh, horse feathers.
Horse feathers? Well, I'm gonna have to play again. Darn. We can do this, guys. Do not be discouraged. We can absolutely come back from this. See? This is good. This is actually great. This is great. Now, if I could maybe just get in here, that would be awesome. Nope. Still no luck there. That's fine. Now that was nice. That was satisfying. I gotta say, that was satisfying. I did worry about that one. I was a little bit worried about that. Is it time to panic yet? I don't know. I think that we can still figure this out. Especially since I'll get the little shortcut here. And we're gonna call this extra minigame time, because this is the third time we've done this. I feel like I always start over here and it's not as good as I would like it to be. But maybe I'll continue doing it. I just want it to be a straight shot in there. Ooh, okay. Yes, I do the same thing, Maggie. Okay, I can do this in 9 shots. Absolutely, I can do this in 9 shots. Right? Okay. Actually, that's not too bad. Yeah. Oh, okay. Hit it too hard. Okay. Oh, horrible spot. Horrible spot. But I did make it. No. I always overcompensate for that. No!
I did it!
Okay, good. Okay. Now we'll do this the right way.
A little toy pony.
A pony!
Drop a nickel into the slot, please. There we go.
Let's call...
Now, how may I be of service?
I'd like to talk to Carson Drew.
Carson.
His number is KL57187.
Hang on a minute.
Carson Drew,
Hi, Dad.
did you pick those papers up yet?
Yep.
Great. You can give them to me tonight when you get home from Emily's. So, what else have you been doing?
Emily invited me to Lilac Inn because she wanted me to have you lock her mother's jewelry up in your safe. Only someone stole it before I could take it with me.
Stole it? Good gosh.
That was right after the stove in the kitchen exploded.
Just another casual day as Nancy.
Sounds to me like you'd be well advised to cut your visit there short.
No, I want to find out what's going on. I have to find out what's going on.
You have to?
Well, yeah, you know. Emily just lost her mom, and she's worried about losing the inn, and her guardian's all wet when it comes to helping out, and...
And the truth is, you are so curious that you feel like you'll absolutely burst if you don't find out why all these weird things have been happening, right?
Yes.
Don't worry, I know the feeling. You're a chip off the old block, I'm afraid. Well, as long as you're like me in one other way, you should be fine.
What way is that? Smart?
Careful.
Goodbye, Dad.
See you tonight.
Okay, let's talk to you.
Is Emily all right?
Someone stole her mother's jewelry.
What?
Did you happen to see anyone go upstairs?
Caught
during
being
all the commotion
nosy.
that the
Well, that
fire
doesn't
caused?
count.
No. You mean
That doesn't
someone
count.
stole it while everybody was rushing around trying to put out the fire? Hypers! If you can't trust a fireman, who can you trust?
Emily said you were the only one who knew she had that jewelry.
When Gloria was alive, she could have told people about it, or people may have seen her wearing it. And when she died, they knew the jewelry had to be around here somewhere, right?
Does anyone in particular come to mind?
Sorry. It's been hard enough getting to know Emily, let alone anyone else in this backwater burg. Well, guess better go call the sheriff.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
Bye now. Let's save again. Okay, we haven't been in here yet. Hobo sign language becoming widespread. 9th planet discovered named Pluto. Ever since I first played this game, I've seen these symbols in other like movies and things like that, and I always know what they mean because of this game. And that can be added to the list of 1,000 different things that Nancy Drew Games taught me that I did not know would be useful in the future. Like Clever Hans. That almost looks like a Nancy Drew book cover, but I know it's not.
Looks like I need to get the bird from one side to the other.
That's a cool looking bird. It's one of the easiest, if not the easiest, sliding puzzles in Nancy Drew history. Okay. Do 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 do. Ba-do, ba-do, ba-do. Do-do, ba-do-do, ba-do-do-do-do-do. This sounds like music that would be in Zoombinis. Keen.
Hi, Nancy.
What was your mother's middle name?
Lois. Why?
Oh, just curious.
Now we can
Is
open the
clock in
shed.
parlor the one Josiah gave you?
Yes. I don't know why he gave it to us. It's never worked, and nobody can open it to find out why.
Do you know anything
Has
about
anyone
a
even
cue
tried?
Josiah
Because
left
that
your
was
mother
so
in a
easy.
Note?
Come
No.
on, Emily.
Oh, just curious.
3 streams
back
at
in a
once?
little
That's a
bit.
lot.
You're the best.
That's a lot.
Is this your sewing machine?
Actually, that belonged to my mom. She and Jane used to be dressmakers. Mom was going to teach me how to use it, but she never got the chance.
Sad. Oh, I still need to go to the jeweler. We'll do that next. Okay, so Keen is first. And then Omar, the poet. And Pony for what we get for par. Pink Pony Club. I'm gonna keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. And Gloria's middle name, Lois, which was also my great-grandmother's name. freshwater fish of the Midwest.
Something about this clock reminds me of the poem
Oh,
I saw
yeah.
at the golf course.
Oh yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 4, 2. I'm so glad I wrote this down. 8. 2, 7. Woo! And then we have to connect like to like. So we need a 5. Oh. Okay, so they're gonna just go on top of each other, which is not what I want. Easy, easy. That ain't nothing. We need to put some mirrors up. That is really loud, by the way.
I wonder what goes here. I wonder what goes here.
I don't need 4, do I? There's one up here already. Oh no, there's not.
Here.
Where do I get the 4th one at? Am I wrong? Do I only need 1? Not 1. 3. Sorry, this is gonna be so loud. Okay, I do need...
Interesting.
Where do I get the 4th one? I don't remember.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hello, Mr. Topham.
Now what?
Do you mind if I look around some more?
I don't need to look
Be my
around some
guest.
more, I guess, but... Let's go to the jeweler, and then we'll figure out what to do next. Let's do a little checklist check-in.
I haven't done that yet. I'm finished with that. That's done. Check. I'm finished with that. I'm finished with... Can't check that off till it's done.
Oh, till it's done.
That's done. I'm finished with that. Can't check that off till it's done. I haven't done that yet. That's done.
I was looking for a can't check that off yet for the bingo, but that is not what that was. Physical checklist. I love a physical checklist. Checklists are so fun for me. They make me feel like I'm getting so much done.
Hello, are you Mr. Waddell?
So what if I am?
I found this receipt, and I just wondered
That's a
what
cool
you could tell
looking
me about it.
building.
Let me see that. One key. Determine resale value. Item 493.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
cool.
This was for that key Jim Archer wanted me to appraise.
Jim Archer wanted you to appraise a key?
It was very ornate. Had jewels all over it. Fake jewels, as it turned out. When I told him it was worthless, the cheapskate refused to pay me and told me to keep it.
Oh,
Do you
it's
think
in
I
Jim
could have it?
Archer's clock.
Sure. Once you pay the appraisal fee,
Which is...
$1.50.
Here you go.
Good. Here's the key. Enjoy.
Okay, awesome. Let's go do that.
Hello again.
The key that you had Mr. Waddell appraise, could that be the key to the clock that Josiah Crowley gave you?
It might have been, I suppose. You know about that?
Yes, in fact, I paid the appraisal.
She's like,
fee.
I'm not gonna tell you
have
how
the
I
key
know,
right
but
here.
I do know.
How industrious of you. You see, when he told me the key was worthless, I lost all interest in it.
So, it would be all right if I kept the key for myself?
I have no use for it. In fact, if you want that old clock, you can have it too.
Was that your car I saw parked near the Lilac Inn this morning?
I haven't been there in months. You saw someone else's car. It's a very popular make and color, you know.
I just wonder what it was doing there.
Probably just someone sneaking onto that miniature golf course that Josiah built back there. Or bootleggers. I hear they frequent that area too.
I guess I'll be going.
Come back anytime.
Thank you.
It would sure be nice to be able to open this thing.
Oh, the gears. Okay. How do I begin? Okay, it'll lock in place. I love that. I love when they lock in place. Makes it so much easier for me. Oops. Nice. See you later. See you later, Jim. Let's deliver a few telegrams.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next
The
telegram.
sound
Take
of the
this to
coins.
Counselor Alice out at Camp
I love it.
Avondale. Keep up the good work.
I love that sound. Okay, $1.80. That's pretty good.
Hi, I've got a telegram for a counselor here named Alice.
That's me. Hang on. Oh, go dry up, Jason! What a jokester. Anyway, thanks. I'm afraid I don't have any money to tip you.
That's okay. Have a swell day.
Do they ever? You know, I don't think I've ever had to do the sorting puzzles at Zippy's. I've seen people do it, but I don't think I've ever done it myself.
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Mr. Jones at Vash's Dairy. Keep up the good work.
Okay, I'll do that, and I'll go to Twin Elms, which I think are in the same area. Twin Elms is up here.
Mrs. Sheldon?
Yes?
My name's
What
Nancy
a
Drew.
crazy
I'm a friend
looking
of Emily
estate.
Crandall's.
That
Get
is
on with it,
expensive
I was
looking.
wondering, would it be possible for me to see the trivet you borrowed from
Can you
Josiah
imagine how
Crowley?
much that would
You
cost
may not only
today?
see it, you may have it. Once I find it, that is. Unfortunately, I've an errand to run, so I can't.
Of
look
course,
right
of course.
now.
Maybe I
The
could
fetch
run the
quest.
errand for you. I have a car.
So I see. A rather expensive car. at
Yes.
that. Very well, Miss Drew.
My
Go
car is
fetch
expensive, my
rich
dad
cards
is
from
rich.
Mr. Jakowski, and upon your return, I shall present you with that trivet.
Who's Miss Jakowski?
The local
300
telephone
million.
operator. You can find her
I
at
wouldn't
her
doubt
house
it.
or Titusville Telco, as she insists on calling it. The switchboard is in her parlor. As you can imagine, she never entertains.
Dang.
I, on the other hand, am expecting company within the
Nepotism,
hour, so
baby.
Do hurry.
That's right, that's right. Okay, can I get to the dairy from here? Nope. Are you from Sweden, Jompa? That's cool. Did not know that.
Hello, I need to deliver this telegram to Mr. Jones.
That's me. Thanks.
That's
You can tell me
me.
I'm all wet, but I don't have any money to tip you with. Wait a minute. Here, how about a nice fresh glass of milk?
No, thank
No,
you.
thank you. Bye.
Hard pass. That's true. I never asked. I never asked.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Miss Ross at Sunnybrook Farm. Keep up the good work.
All I remember about Sunnybrook Farm is how wild the voice actor for Rebecca is.
Yeah?
Are you Miss Jakowski?
Yeah? And you are?
Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's. You know, at the Lilac Inn.
Oh, yeah! I put you through to your father, didn't I? You pick up those papers for him yet?
Actually, Wait a minute. How did you know about that?
See this headset I'm wearing? I plug it in and what do you know? I hear things. Look, I'm kind of pressed for time.
Eavesdropping.
Go into a party and it takes me a while to get dolled up. What do you need?
Mrs. Sheldon asked me to pick up her bridge cards from you.
Tell you what, I'll get you those cards if you drive that fancy car of yours over to the orphanage and pick up some raffle tickets from Mrs. O'Shea. I should be able to unload a ton of them tonight.
I'd be happy to.
Good, I gotta go. Yeah!
Well, I talked to Emily Crandall. Yeah, doesn't that one like glitch or something? I feel like I remember that.
Hi, I have a telegram from Miss Ross.
My name's Rebecca.
And I'm only 10, but I'll deliver it to her for you, I promise. I won't let you down or double-cross you or anything like that.
Well, okay. Thank you, Rebecca.
No sweat. I mean, you're welcome.
I hate her voice. Oh man, it's awful.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Dr. Bob out at the observatory. Keep up
Dr.
the good work.
Bob? That sounds familiar. Starving? Honestly, me too. I cannot wait to eat. Where is Mrs. O'Shea? At the orphanage. That's a pine cone.
Excuse me.
Dr.
are you
Bob
Mrs.
the horse
O'Shea?
and also
Yes. My
Maggie's
name is
husband.
Nancy Drew, and
Stephen, put that down this instant.
I don't think, yeah, I don't think we'll get any snacks today, but I will get dinner after this.
I'm sorry. You were saying?
Miss Jakowski asked me to pick up some raffle tickets from you.
Oh, yes, the raffle tickets. The fact of the matter is Elsie, no hitting. I can't even think about those raffle tickets right now. I promised the children they'd each get a toy for going a full week without breaking anything. And I'm short 5 toys.
Do not eat that, Clarence.
Would you like me to get 5 toys for you?
Hi.
Oh, goodness, if you could do that, I'd be forever grateful.
What?
They can
Black
be
and
any
white
kind of
photo
toy
on
at
the
all.
screen.
The children aren't
Yeah.
always picky.
You want to do a history
Of course
dive?
it tastes bad,
No, but
Clarence.
we are in 1930
It's a
right now.
pine
Clover,
cone.
come on.
I better go rinse out his mouth before.
Cole, Clover,
Would you
come
look
on.
at
I'm just
that?
checking on my
He's
watch.
actually chewing
Come
it.
You're not a squirrel, Clarence.
This is one of my favorite. I have to show you.
And yes, I am hungry enough to eat a pine cone right now. Where are we going? 5 toys and the observatory. We'll do that first. Because we're close to it.
I only got half a tank of gas left.
That
I should gas up
figures.
before I forget. I'm supposed to deliver this telegram to Dr. Bob.
Ooh, artichokes are good.
Wow, that's a big
Spinach
telescope.
artichoke
Come
dip.
back after dark and I'll let you take a look.
That's
you can
good.
Consider it your tip.
I may just do that. Bye-bye.
I wish I had some of that right now. I do have hummus in the fridge though. I'll probably chow down on that when I'm done. When I'm done streaming. You've never had an artichoke?
To Zippies, where
They're
Zipless
so
service is
good.
zippily zapped and Zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up.
Just 25 cents worth, please.
That'll be 25 cents.
Here you go.
Thank you, miss. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Drive Zippily.
Drive Zippily. Yeah, I've never prepared them myself, but when I get the chance to like order them in a dish, then I'm all over it.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Miss Temple at Lowood Academy.
Oh, that's
Keep up the good work.
close. That's really close. It's right here.
Hello, I've got a telegram for Miss Temple.
I am she.
We teachers don't get paid much, you know.
I understand. Did this by any chance used to be the Brewster Academy?
Why, yes it did.
Thought so. Bye.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Dr. Ackerman out at the Deer Mountain Resort. Keep up the good work.
That's on the other side, isn't it? It's on the right side of the map. Let's go to the general store. Because how much money do I have? $2.80. I feel like that's going to be enough. A resort would be nice.
Maybe I could buy some toys for the orphans in here. A vending machine that just sells toys. Keen.
Okay.
I can't get the toy without putting
Oh.
in money first. Two toys down, 3 to go.
What if I buy them
That
all?
makes 3 toys.
Wonder if I can.
4 toys. I just need 1 more. 5 toys. That's all I need.
Oh, I can. Let's just see what happens. Maybe I give them all to the orphans. Okay. The Deer Mountain Resort is not across from the Telegrams place. I think it's all the way back here. Yeah.
Hello, I'm delivering a telegram to Dr. Ackerman.
I shall deliver it to the good doctor
Forthwith.
He rarely tips, and I never do.
Well, then you're an asshole.
Okay. Bye.
You're a mean person.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one's for Old Man Johnson out at his farm. Keep up the good work.
Old Man Johnson. We'll do that later.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
I hear you, Nancy.
Hi, do you have 5 toys
Hi.
for me?
I certainly do.
I actually have
That's
7.
wonderful. You're such a saint, you hear me? A saint.
A saint.
I'd better get these inside before the children see them. Thank you so much.
Mrs. O'Shea, the raffle tickets?
Oh, the raffle tickets? I don't have them, dear. You'll have to pick them up from Phelps Print Shop. Then just take them straight to Mr. Kowski.
We don't pull hair, Ralphie. Especially when we have jelly on our hands.
Phelps Print Shop. Wonderful.
Okay. Take the toys back. We had a deal.
Sorry, young lady, I'm about to close.
I'm just here to pick up the raffle tickets you printed for Mrs. O'Shea.
Oh, darn it. I did tell her I'd have those done today, didn't I? Well, I'm sorry, but they're just gonna have to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, but I need to have them today.
And I
Are there
need
Easter
to
eggs
go
in this game?
fishing.
Fishing?
My brother-in-law thinks he's hot stuff because he caught an 18-inch largemouth bass this morning. So I bet him I could catch a 19-incher by the end of the day. And if I do, I get his stamp collection. And if I don't, he gets mine. And since stamp collecting is about the only hobby I can afford these days...
Is fishing not a hobby?
going fishing.
I know. You stay here and print those raffle tickets, and I'll go fishing for you.
Sounds
Not
like you
everybody
can afford
catch a
fishing.
19-inch largemouth bass, you know. It takes skill and muscle and brains. Bass are pretty smart.
I can do it, Mr. Phelps.
You better be right, because you're not getting those raffle tickets until I get my 19-incher. You can use my gear. I left everything out at the fishing hole.
Great. I'll see you later.
Okay, we'll do this. Now, where is it that they're found? Is it in the... I probably don't have it in my notes. Is it in the grass?
First thing I need to do is bait my hook.
Oh shoot, I don't remember any of this. Dagnabbit. Okay, let's get gas, and then I'll go back to the shed and look at that pamphlet. I should have written it down.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily
But I honestly, I couldn't remember if it was largemouth or smallmouth bass.
Just 50 cents worth, please.
So...
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
Drive zippily. Keep running into the curb. Not a very good driver. Okay, it is the grass beds, and I need minnows. I see. I can't wait to sort the pies. That's one of my favorite parts in the whole game. I like just looking at the pie. Makes me want pie. Alright, now time to fish. Minnows. Yeah.
And now I toss this in the water. And when the bobber goes under the water, I need to pull the line up fast.
Easy done. Just like Creature of Kapu Cave. In fact, I think that's the exact same animation. Thanks for being here, Jampa. Have a good rest of your day.
I caught one.
Oh!
Looks like 19 inches to me.
My first one.
Oh, no offense, Mr. Fish, but you stink.
Let's see
The
what you
sound
got
is
in
not
there.
working.
How about that? You did it. Here, let me take it from you.
Please do.
I feel like
think
I'm
it's
about to
starting to get a
sneeze.
little ripe.
Just rest
Is anyone
yourself
else
a
having a
minute
problem
while
with
I get
sound, or is
those
it just Bud?
There you go. 10 dozen
There it
tickets
was.
to the annual orphans benefit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I
Sound
have
is
to go
fine.
make
Okay,
a
good.
telephone call.
To your brother-in-law?
Yeah, the one who used to collect stamps.
Bye.
The evil laughter is so funny. Okay, so what is it that I have? Okay, I have raffle tickets, which go to... Wait. Bridge cards, I have to get the... Oh, okay. I have to give the raffle tickets to you.
Hi, you got those raffle tickets for me?
I sure do.
Great. And here are Mrs. Sheldon's bridge
Oh,
cards.
that
One of the gals
sucks.
spilled Moxie all over them, but I cleaned them up real good, so let's not tell Mrs. Sheldon, okay?
Okay. Thanks for your help, Miss Jakowski.
Thanks for your help. Bye now.
Bye now.
Do you have my bridge cards?
Right cards?
Here. Good. And here is Josiah's trivet. I didn't realize when I asked to borrow it that it was such an eyesore. But once a sumptuous dish of my buff stroganoff was placed atop it, I assure you, no one noticed.
Oh, thank goodness.
Now do run along. My guest will be arriving any minute, and that dress of yours is, well...
I like this dress. It's very flouncy.
And then Nancy, being the stubborn sleuth she is, never changed her style again. She continued to wear the same dress for the rest of her career.
Oh, Nancy, I'm afraid there's been more trouble.
Don't tell me something else blew up.
It's Emily. She... Oh, this is silly. I'm her guardian. I should just make her sell this place. She's only 17, for Pete's sakes. She should be out meeting boys and going to parties, not trying to run a business.
Miss Willoughby, what happened?
Just go ask her, and make her tell you everything.
Jane told you, didn't she?
Not really.
That picture on the wall over there, I saw it move. I was just sitting here and it moved all by itself.
It definitely
I saw it
moved.
move. I really did. Last week, a book fell off the shelf for no reason. And before that, I heard these weird noises. And almost every day I hear a voice, like a whisper, coming out of nowhere. Jane thinks it's nerves, but I don't want to talk about this. Did you see Jim Archer?
I'm afraid I don't have very good news.
The jewelry wasn't insured?
No, but I do have some good news. Sort of.
Shh! Did you hear that?
Hear what? Shh!
Nothing. I'm going to have to sell the inn, aren't I?
You know, it's possible, just possible, that the will that was found was not the will Josiah wrote.
You mean he may have left us money after all? No, that's wishful thinking. And I refuse to get my hopes up again because they'll probably just get dashed again. Listen, I feel bad enough that you drove all the way out here for nothing. Maybe you should just go home.
Do you want me to go home?
No, but I really don't feel like being sociable right now. There's nothing for you to do.
I'd like to see if Josiah hid a second will somewhere.
What are you? Some kind of Sam Spade?
Not yet.
Well, just because I've never solved a mystery before doesn't mean I can't. Anyway,
people
there's no
driving
harm in trying,
in,
right?
in the
Who
icy
knows?
road.
I might turn out to be good at it.
I'll never understand.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks again, Nancy.
Give me a reason to stay home and I will.
What could have made this picture move?
No. Okay, there we go. Oh, because the
like
curtain
this
is
lever
stuck in
opens
there,
the
that's why.
couch. From the looks of those lanterns, I'm not the only one who's been down here recently. An old pig swell, $1. This piggy bank looks like it's been here for a long time. I wonder if those tiles are supposed to make a picture.
Clover's really making a ruckus today. I've been hearing her bark this whole stream. We're rich! Nancy definitely is. feel like that is correct. This part's always been a little bit tougher for me. Let's see. What is wrong with this picture? Does this need to be over here, maybe? No. I don't know why I turned that one. That one's obviously correct. Well. No. That's not it. What do I have wrong here? Oh, wait. Oh, shoot. Well, there you go. I was just being a little dummy. Just being a little dummy.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
No self-hate. You're right, you're right.
This door must open right into his living room.
Go, good kitty.
Now I'm hearing things.
Where is the... gentle self-talk. I love you too. Oh, and I will hydrate, thank you. Why am I missing the spot where I'm supposed to be able to see in her room?
Guess I better not leave the lights on. I can't go in there now. Mr. Topham will see me.
Okay, then later. Do I have to unlock something else before I can see her room? I didn't think so. Ew. Do I have to pull one of these guys? Now that is possible.
I feel like someone's watching me.
What is going on? That's weird. Well, I guess you find that out later. 2% silly, live. You gotta do better than that. You can do better than that.
So, what did Emily say? Did she tell you about the pictures and the voices?
Have you ever seen or heard anything strange around here?
No. In fact, this place is so quiet and dull compared to Chicago that it's a wonder I haven't lost my mind. You know what? I'll bet it's me. I'll bet it finally hit Emily that I'm just not Gloria and I never will be, and that running this place is always gonna be all up to her. And it was just more than her poor mind could bear.
I'd like to kind of look around. Is that okay with you?
You betcha. And keep an eye out for those jewels. The sheriff's not going to investigate.
So
he
close
said
to a
since
bingo.
nobody got robbed at gunpoint or anything, coming out here again just didn't seem necessary. Said it sounded to him like the jewelry had just been misplaced. You see, well, it only felt fair to tell him about Emily's, you know, delicate state of mind.
I bet.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
Bye now.
Would it be okay if I played a record?
Sure.
Alright, let's make notes. Hoofbeats.
I'll never forget the night it all began. That dark, stormy, fateful night when I decided the time had come to rid the world of the creature. But it would take money to do that.
Can
and
I not
to get
scroll?
money, I needed to confront my
I have to
arch-enemy, Nick,
hold it
who had
like this.
recently become able to transform
Thunder.
himself fittingly into a giant warthog.
A giant warthog, huh?
When his forest hideaway came into view, I dismounted and approached the door on foot so I could take him by surprise.
Did I miss the rain? I did.
I
Okay.
fear that he would hear me proved groundless, for a terrible storm began to rage, washing away the sound of my footsteps. I peered through the rain-streaked window beside his front door and could see him sitting in front of the fire. He had returned to human form, but the malicious smile on his face suggested that he was recalling his recent porcine exploits. Seeing that the door was unlocked, I hurled it open and marched across the room toward him. Step away from that bottle of warthog potion, I commanded, and give me the 20 gold coins you stole from my poor servant. I'm not going to give you a thing, save perhaps
I'm not going
taste
to
of
give
my
you
sword.
a thing.
And with that, he drew his sword. In an instant, I had drawn mine, and so commenced the fiercest sword fight the world had ever known. The storm raging outside.
Okay, we don't have to listen to this whole thing.
Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
Why does this picture keep moving?
Okay. I need it for the trivet. So it's hoofbeats G. Thunder, thunder, O, O, D. Door opens. F, E, L, L, O, W. Goodfellow. Sushi! Delicious. I'm jealous.
Drop a nickel into the slot, please. Very good. Now, how may I be of service?
Hi, could you please connect me with Bess Marvin at KL 54468?
Clover's really going wild. Every car that drives by.
Hello?
Hi, Bess, it's Nancy.
George, get over here. It's Nancy Drew. So how's the Lilac Inn?
A little strange.
Why? Because of Emily?
Well, yes.
Hi, Nancy.
Sorry about the
Is that
barking,
you,
if you
George?
can hear it.
Ouch, that's my foot. Well, move over. But I can't hear. You move over. Then I can't hear. Look, just hold the phone like this, okay? There. Can you hear us?
I can hear you fine.
Here's the line.
So nice to have two phones in this house. We don't even have a telephone at our house. So quit griping. So Nancy, what's the scoop?
Well, I talked to
Such
Emily
as
Crandall.
humans.
Well, I talked to Emily Crandall.
Bess was telling me that you don't really know her that well.
Bess and I just know her through Helen Corning.
The last time I saw her was at Helen's 15th birthday party.
I saw her last year at Helen's recital.
Hello? Is someone on the line?
Hello.
We're on the line, Mrs. Farthingham.
Well, get off. I need to make a call.
But we just got on.
Then it should be no problem for you to get off.
Just give us one more minute, Mrs. Farthingham, please.
Oh, all right. You have 1 more minute.
Go on, Nancy. What were you saying?
Just that I...
Shh. Wait a minute. Mrs. Farthingham, would you mind hanging up? All clear. Oh, how I wish
Okay,
we
I
didn't
don't
have to share a
actually
phone line with
want
her.
to
Just be grateful
do
you
a phone
have
call right
the
now.
phone, Bess.
That's it for now.
Bye. Oh, and if you call back and we're not here, it means we went to see this movie called The Big
Yes,
Trail.
streamers are
Yeah,
humans
this
with
guy
human
named John
things,
Wayne
dogs,
is
food
in it.
requirements,
Helen
etc.
says it's a
Yes,
real
you're right,
dreamboat.
you're right.
We'll let you know if she's right.
Okay, let's check out the checklist.
Check. That's done. That's done. Can't check that off till it's done. Check. 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 That's done. That's done. Check. That's done. That's done.
We've done a lot of
I'm
things.
finished with... That's done. I'm finished with that. Check. Can't check that off till it's done. I haven't done that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Check. That's done.
Okay, so we need to go back to the shed. And do the mirror thing.
I wonder what goes here.
Wait, where am I? Where's the dominoes thing? There it is. Oh, thanks for the bits, Anne. Thank you so much. Much love.
Something tells me I need to adjust the mirrors so that the light bounces off of them and onto that radiometer.
Much appreciated. Okay. Oh, I can't. Okay, I can turn this one. Aw. There we go. Okay, this might be loud and I'm sorry. I'm sorry about it. Nothing I can do. Yeah, it's loud. Well, looky here. Ordered new cords from Curlmeister Crystal Company, 1209.29. Paid $4.74. Highway robbery. Delivery to take 6 weeks. Have Waddell cut the blank. He did a swell job last time.
Maybe I should ask Richard Topham if this crystal ever got delivered.
Forget where you put LWAT? Marcel's band, you old coot.
I've seen these symbols before. They were in that newspaper story about hobos.
Flute. Thisbe. Pyramus. Yep, that's it. Okay. Now, I think that's all we can see in here for now, so let's go talk to Topham. As much as I hate to do so.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Now what?
Do you by any chance know who Marcel is?
Marcel was what Josiah called his favorite hat.
Do y'all name your favorite hat?
The man named his hat?
He loved that hat, so to him, naming it made perfect sense.
Do you still have Marcel?
No, as a matter of fact, I gave that hat to Gloria Crandall. She said she was fond of the old fellow and wanted something to remember him by, although I suspect the real reason she wanted that hat was to see if he'd stashed any money in it.
Josiah ordered something from the Krollmeister Crystal Company just before he passed away. Do you know if it ever arrived?
You must be talking about that chunk of quartz that came last winter. I still have it right here. Why?
I was wondering if I could buy it from you. For my father. He loves quartz.
Perhaps we can work something out. You see, amazing as this is going to sound, I am able to project my thoughts into another person's brain.
Is that
Not
so?
this.
The only problem is, not everyone has the intellectual capacity to receive my thoughts. But since you have already demonstrated a high level of intelligence, yes.
Yes.
You may very well be the ideal subject.
Just
Subject,
admitted to
as in
projecting.
experiment?
You are going to help me prove that I am telepathic. Here's what we're going to
Okay.
do. I'm going to shuffle a deck which contains 5 sets of these cards. Then I'm going to turn my back, draw a card, look at it, and start transmitting my thoughts. When you receive my thoughts, you will identify the card I'm looking at. Once you correctly identify 5 cards in a row, I'll give you that piece of quartz.
But what if I can't do it?
Just stay focused on the cards and my superior brain power will do the rest. Very well, let's begin. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
This one.
No, try again. What card am I holding?
I think it's this one.
Marvelous. Here's another. What card is this?
This one.
No, try again. This is which
I think
card?
Topham is worse.
This one.
Incorrect. You must focus. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
I think it's this one.
Wrong. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card is this?
This one.
That's not right. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
This one.
Incorrect. You must focus. Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one.
Yes.
Yes.
Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one.
Wonderful. Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
I think it's this one.
Wrong.
Oh my gosh. Whenever he picks up a particular card, he always says
Yes,
the
Nancy,
same
thank
thing.
you. Thank you.
Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card am I looking at?
This one.
That's not right. Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one.
Wonderful. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
This one.
That's not right. Here's another. What card is this?
This one.
Excellent. Here's another. Which card am I thinking of?
What card is this? Which card am I thinking of?
This one.
Wrong. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card am I looking at?
Looking at this one.
This one.
That's not right.
Okay.
Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one.
You go, girl.
You go,
Here's
girl.
another. What card am I holding?
I think it's this one.
Marvelous. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
Thinking about this one.
This one.
No, try
I've probably
again.
guessed that 1,000
Which
times.
card am I thinking
I'm
of?
getting
This one.
confused.
Very good.
Okay, thinking
well,
of.
you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
So thinking about must be the star.
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card am I holding?
This one.
Excellent. Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
Looking at?
This one.
No, try
Dang.
again. Can you tell me what card this is?
This one.
Yes. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
This one.
Very good. Here's another.
Concentrating. That's a
What
new one.
card am I holding?
Okay.
This one.
Very good.
I wonder, could he be telling me what card he's picking up by which question he asks me?
Well, you failed to correctly identify
Nancy's
5 in a
like,
row.
"Do you get
Shall
it
we
yet?"
continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. Can you tell me what card this is?
This one.
Excellent. Here's another. Tell me, what card is this?
This one.
Wonderful. Here's another. What card am I concentrating on?
I think it's this one.
Yes.
This is the one.
Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
Looking at.
This one.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
You're thinking about the square.
This one.
Very good. You did it.
Nice.
Well, actually, I did it. But in any case, thank
Sure.
you for your assistance. Here's the piece of
Oh, you're
crystal that
welcome.
Josiah ordered.
It was a joy
Take
and a
it to move
pleasure.
around. Well, actually, I earned it, but let's not quibble.
But Mr. Topham, I didn't really... I mean, you didn't really... I mean, I'm afraid that subconsciously you may have...
Yes?
Never mind.
I hate him
Do you
too.
need
I hate him
anything
too.
It was nice talking to you.
Drop by anytime.
Okay. I prefer to never see you again, actually. So I'm gonna do my best to never see you again. Hello, J-Cat. Welcome in. It's going good. We're having a good old time. We just proved Topham's telepathic capabilities.
Hello, Mr. Waddell.
Now what?
I need for you to cut a blank from this piece of quartz.
No big deal. Let's see it.
The blank needs to be just like the one you made before for Josiah
I think we
Crowley.
have $2.
Like I said, no big deal. You're gonna have to cough up $2, though. You can pay me when you pick it up. Good day.
Do we have $2? We have exactly $2. What's my telegram of the moment? Johnson's farm. Let's take it. Oh, Sim's crashing. That sucks. Why is there a cow in the street? I'm sorry. That's not fun.
Are you Mr. Johnson?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and if you are Mr. Johnson, I've got a telegram for you.
Well, thank you. Hey, you want a tip?
Sure.
Buy low, sell high.
Thanks, I'll remember that.
The last thing I want is tips on how to invest. If there's one thing I don't care about, it's investing my money.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your
Stonks.
next telegram. Go to the railroad station and deliver this to Willie Joe. Keep up the good work.
How much money do I have? $225. Let's go ahead and get the blank.
Hello, Mr. Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
Have you got my fee?
Right here.
Good. Here's the blank I cut for you. Enjoy.
Wow, $1. You know, with how wealthy Nancy's dad is, you would think he'd just be able to, like, buy the lilac and a new stove. Oh yeah, I plan to finish this one today. I would be surprised if I didn't. I think this is one of the easier ones, so I didn't imagine it would take me too long, and we're just about to hit the 2-hour mark. So, I would say it'll take me another hour, give or take a few minutes, not hours. Okay. But I need to know... Oh, what's the... Where do I find their radio station thing? Is that in here somewhere?
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Oh, that's right. It's in here. How do I ask him about that?
It was nice talking to you.
The feeling is almost mutual.
You don't mind if I look around, do you?
Go right ahead.
But I do have to look at this book regardless. Is it one of these? Do I need to click on something? Thank you for the toot, Owen. How do I figure out that they're characters from the play? Who do I ask about that?
Now what?
It was nice talking to you.
The feeling is almost mutual.
Because Nancy doesn't realize, I guess. Maybe talking.
What's cooking?
Where did that barred bounce game that's in the parlor come from? Do you know?
Yeah, sneak, sneak.
Josiah Crowley
Yeah, but
brought it in
Nancy
one
doesn't
day and
even know
just
that she
left it.
needs the
Said
book.
it was so guests, as in him, would have
I
something
guess
to
it
do
doesn't
while they
hurt.
waited
It
for
wouldn't
a
hurt to
table.
try.
Does
So
the miniature golf course that's out back belong to the inn?
we'll give it a
No,
shot.
that was Josiah Crowley's.
Last time I tried to
he
sneak,
built
she
it
wouldn't go in
himself.
because Topham was in the room.
Nope, it was just his own private little course. Can you imagine? Wish I had money to throw around like that.
Have you met Richard Topham?
Yeah, I've had the displeasure of meeting that quack.
Somehow he knew who I was before he even saw me.
He came over while they were putting out the fire today. Asked me who you were, and I was so frazzled at the time, I told him. I don't usually give that crackpot the time of day.
Josiah Crowley seemed to think he was legit.
I think
Like
I'll
that
wait a
circus
little
fella
bit
said,
longer
there's
before
a
I pull out the
sucker born every
walkthrough.
minute. Me? I think ESP is a lot of J-U-N-K.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
Iconic line. Do, 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 do.
Guess I better not leave the lights on. I don't hear anybody.
Okay.
Now would be a
Let's
good
give this
time
a
to
shot.
Sneak inside and have a quick look around.
Clear your mind of all thoughts. Think about nothing save facts, Spook. Yori, be quiet. You're disturbing us. Yes, Mrs. Jackman?
Mr. Topham?
Yes, it's okay if you can't.
Josiah must have circled these quotes. Why?
Okay. Pyramus, thou speakest aright. Every time I play this game, I think of the Dead Poets Society. Because they performed this play. I am that merry wanderer of the night.
Something tells me I better write down all the stuff that's circled
Flute.
here in my journal.
Shall we their fond pageant see? And then, if we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear. And then there's one other one that I have to know, but I guess it's not in here. And that still doesn't give me the radio. Oh, did I know that we could go back here? I don't know if I knew that. Oh!
Phew. Meet with Jay Archer at 9:30 a.m. about money. That's today.
The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody episode. don't think I knew that we could come back here. This must not be necessary for the game. That's spooky looking. I need to save. It's been quite a long time since I've saved. Let's call this mid-game. So sneak. Okay, so I have their quotes, but I need to figure out how to actually contact them. And I still haven't seen the peephole for some reason. Not the gasp.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Okay, let's go talk to Emily about the hat.
Hi, Nancy.
Would you happen to know where your mother put Josiah's favorite hat?
Look in the drawer right below me. That's where all Mom's mementos are.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay.
Maybe this is the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
You don't need to look at everything in there, do you?
Sorry.
You don't need to look at everything in there, do you?
Sorry.
I'm gonna count that as Nancy gets caught snooping.
Why does this picture keep moving?
The man named his hat?
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
I think we'll be okay, Nancy.
Hello again.
I think I found the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Really?
I have it right here.
It is from this bank.
May I see if it opens the box?
It takes 2 keys to open a safe deposit box. The owner's key and my key. And in this case, I'm under no obligation
Yeah, I
to
feel
open
like it's
it for you.
actually
but
maybe not legal.
However, were you to do me a small favor,
Sure.
I hired a seamstress to make a dress for
Just
my wife's
hire a
birthday
new
next week.
seamstress.
Unfortunately, the seamstress and I had a falling out, and now I need to find someone to finish the dress.
Just hire a new seamstress.
Oh, the fact of the matter is, the dressmaker quit because I couldn't pay her. I misled you before. Business is not fine.
Mhm.
This bank is on the brink of ruin.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Archer.
I wanted to get my wife something nice because, well, it might be the last nice thing she gets for a long, long time.
That's really
now,
sad.
Emily once mentioned that Jane used to be a dressmaker.
Say no more. Just give me the dress and I'll take care of it.
I have it right here. The
Yay.
seamstress said that all the pieces have been cut out and basted together. All that's needed is a sewing machine. When it's finished, bring it back and I'll
Thank
let you
goodness.
try that key in Josiah's safe deposit box.
What's your opinion of Richard Topham?
Interesting gentleman who's in an interesting line of work.
Does he do
Fair.
business here?
Yes, he does.
Jane thinks he's a crackpot.
He makes a living doing whatever it is he does. So obviously someone thinks he's the real deal.
I guess I'll be going.
Give my best to Emily.
We were just tasked with the dress.
What's cooking?
Since you
What's
used to be
cooking?
a dressmaker, do you think you could help me sew something?
Me? Sew? No, I can't. Sewing takes practice, and I haven't sewed a stitch in years. Whatever it is, believe me, I'd wreck it.
Then how about giving me some pointers?
No can do. Sorry.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Bye now.
Bye now. She still hasn't said alrighty dighty, I don't think, which is my favorite.
Would it be all right if I used your sewing machine?
Go right ahead, but remember, you're on your own.
There's no needle.
It's probably in the box with the rest of Mom's sewing stuff.
This is a
Ask Jane if she knows where
beautiful
it is.
sewing machine. Like, amazing.
What's cooking?
Would you happen to know where the needle for the sewing machine in Emily's room is?
I moved all of Gloria's sewing things out of there and put them in a little box. Look, I'm supposed to get the pies we baked before all the hullabaloo this morning ready for the delivery man. They gotta be put in the shipping container just so, or he casts a kitten. This is how he wants them organized. Now why don't you go out on the porch and get those pies ready to go while I look for that sewing box?
Sounds
This is my favorite part, or at least one of them. I love looking at the pies. I love it. It just makes me happy. I don't know how to explain it to y'all. Makes me want a pie. From Lilac Inn, I would say probably the chocolate one, but in general, I love a coconut cream pie. I love a banana cream pie. Apple pie is good. Trying to think. I love blackberry cobbler. I know it's not a pie, but it's adjacent to a pie. One small and one large. Two same size cherry, two large blue. One small and one large. Pumpkin pie is really good. Blueberry cobbler is good. Cherry pie is good sometimes. Two large chocolate. One large blue.
There, that should
Okay,
do it.
perfect. Coconut cream pie is so good.
I'll bet those are the two brothers. that
Now
built
I
the
can get
inn
into
and
that secret
Josiah's
part.
house. I'll bet this was taken in that passageway I found. There's something written on the back.
Yeah, fruit pies I'm a little bit more picky about. And I usually, I have to have them with ice cream or I don't want it. Did I already miss it? I must have. Oh, it's the earliest one, okay. Apple is good, pumpkin is good, yeah.
What was that? Jeepers, I'm behind one of the walls in
Jeepers.
Emily's room. I'll bet that's how someone makes that picture move.
This is the song from Blackmore Manor. Jeepers.
I should ask Jane about the photo I found that allowed me to find that staircase that goes behind Emily's room. Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Thanks for doing the pies. The more I do it, the worse I seem to get at it. Here's that box.
What's that
I'm
called?
Sure that sewing machine
Weaponized
needle is in there
incompetence?
somewhere.
I see it.
That's what that sounds like to
Remember, when
me.
it
It is
comes
not
to
hard
using
to
it,
sort
you're on your
pies.
own, kiddo.
I think I know why Emily has been seeing and hearing strange things.
Well, I'm all ears. Tell me.
I found a secret passageway that goes from the inn to Josiah Crowley's old house. And off of it, I found a staircase that leads to a space behind a wall in Emily's room. That's the staircase that's in this old picture.
You mean the noises that Emily's been hearing? The things she's been seeing? It's because someone's been sneaking around behind the wall in her room?
Did you know
Yes.
about the secret passageway?
No, and I've never heard Emily say anything about it either.
Clearly,
I was able to
Emily
open the
doesn't know about it, or
staircase
she
because
would
I
have
saw the
said
picture
something
I
about
just
it.
showed you. And I found that picture on the shelf in your podium.
You mean it was right there under my nose? Hold the phone! You think I'm the one who's been sneaking around?
Can you think of somebody else who may have had access to that picture?
Anyone who's ever been behind this desk could have seen that picture. It's hardly
I'm not
fair to go
apologizing
pointing
to this
a finger
woman.
at me.
Maybe Emily will know something
Absolutely
about it.
not.
She went into town to run some errands. At least that's what I told her to do. Heaven knows she could use some fresh
I would say
air.
quiche counts as
Talk to
pie.
you later.
Don't take any wooden nickels.
And quiche is good. I do like quiche. I prefer sweet pie, though. Ooh, shepherd's pie? Does that count? Now that's good. Dearest Gloria, if you would do 3 simple things for me, I would very much appreciate it. First, keep this note for me. Tuck it away in a safe place, and should I ever ask to see it, please allow me to do so. Second, don't mention or show this note to anyone else. Third, don't ask me why. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Oh, I need to write this down. You are a kind lady. This has to do with the symbols. Kind lady who sparkles like good water and makes me think that the sky's the limit. Aww. Your grateful friend, Josiah. Chicken pot pie is also good, yeah. Dear Gloria, sorry it's taken me so long to answer your letter. I'm still a secretary at the bottling plant and business is booming, so I'm busier than ever. In fact, I'm typing this during my lunch break, so please excuse the mustard stains. Still love those bologna sandwiches. Of course I'll take care of Emily if something happens to you. All she has to do is write and I'll come running. But quit worrying about such things. You've got a nice place to live and that sweet little girl to keep you company. You've got it made in the shade. Me, I'm still in the boarding house. It's not the Ritz, but my room is right across the hall from the washroom, and most of the gals here are honest and hardworking and fun. But there are a few bad apples, like this gal named Marion Aborn. She dropped in the other day to borrow some bobby pins, so I went to the drawer to get some for her, only when I turned around, she was going through my purse. She said it had fallen over, and she was just putting it back, but I know what I saw. Anyway, I sure miss you. I'm investing as much money as I can in the stock market because my boss says it's a surefire way to get rich. So next year, maybe I can take the train out there to see you. Better yet, maybe I'll buy a car. Wouldn't that be the butterfly's boots? Right soon, your friend forever, Jane. Okay, let's sew up this dress.
Needle goes here.
Let's sew up this dress.
All I need is the dress Jim
I remember
Archer
this
gave me, and I can
being
start
so
sewing.
hard as a kid.
All I need is
We'll
the dress
see.
Jim Archer gave me, and
We'll
I
see if
can
it's
start
still
sewing.
hard now. Ooh. It's not the neatest stitching.
Laugh out loud.
But it's not bad. Would I wear this dress? No, probably not. But will it get the job done?
Not
Yes.
bad, Miss Drew. Not bad at all.
You're off to a questionable start. Well, thank you. Actually didn't mean to do that. Well, hey. It was good timing. It's always good timing for a laugh out loud. And it lets me know that you're still here, because I wasn't sure if you were still watching.
How's the dress coming?
All done.
This is beautiful. Thank you. Now let's see if that key you found opens up Josiah's safe deposit box. That was Josiah's key, all right, but that is not Josiah's will.
It looks like some kind of journal.
Okay, this is probably where I get the radio channels.
If it was money or jewelry or something like that, I'd turn it over to Topham. But a journal? Finders keepers as far
Thank
as
goodness.
I'm concerned. I'll be at my desk if you need me.
It's locked. Naturally.
It's locked. You know what that means. Calling the bingo event. GOODFELLOW.
Flute.
It's unlocked.
7.025 megahertz. Puck. That's who Josiah played in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Let's call this illegible handwriting because, oh man. 7.025 is Puck. Oh wait. Flute. Okay, flute is 7.025.
Pyramus. 7.057 megahertz.
I'm glad she says it.
Bisbee. 7.050 megahertz. It looks like some kind of record of the people Josiah talked to on his ham radio.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten a bingo
I
yet.
guess I'll be going.
Give my best to Emily.
Because I feel like we've marked off quite a lot. Oh, I'm low on gas. I should get gas. Right? I have 25 cents. We can get gas. I'm just thinking of my future self.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest.
I'm glad he's
Fill her up.
slightly
Just
unethical.
25 cents worth, please.
That'll be 25 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
What's cooking?
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty-dighty.
Well, I'll give you these two. Here's a hi bye, and we'll say that Clover also interrupted the stream when Mr. Goose came in. Does that help? What am I doing in here? Oh, and we saw a peephole, didn't we? Isn't that one? Yeah. Anybody bingoed? What's on our checklist?
I'm finished with that. Can't check that off. Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet. That's done. That's done. I'm finished with that. I'm finished with that. That's done. Check. Check. That's done. Can't check that off yet.
Oh! There's another one. I've been waiting on that.
Check. I'm finished. Check. I'm finished with that. Check. Check. That's done. I'm finished with... That's done.
Oh no, an impossible bingo. Impossible bingo. Maybe I'll just hand out a couple random ones at the end if nobody's gotten one yet. The car doesn't count. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, I could call it. I'll consider it. We don't see Nancy, but we see her car. I'll consider it. Okay. 7.025.
Looks like Josiah was a ham radio operator.
Well. Oh, there's an on switch somewhere, huh? There's got to be. Isn't there? Can I just not see what I need to see right now? Am I unable to contact them?
He's a character in A Midsummer Night's
Maybe it needs to
Dream.
be triggered. I wonder if now I need to go see the book. This is so silly. I went to see the book before I knew I needed to see the book, but now Nancy doesn't know that the information is relevant. So now we have to ask Mr. Topham for it, even though we've already seen it. And it's just one of those moments, you know?
Now what?
Do you mind if I look around some more?
Be my guest.
Well, I guess.
Now what?
It was nice talking to you.
Never mind.
The feeling is almost mutual.
Can't check that off till it's... Can't check that off yet. Can't check that off yet.
Okay. So I should be able to... Ooh, this makes me a little bit nervy. I hope it didn't lock me up. I feel like I should be able to do this. I have it all on my checklist. So to me that means that it's possible. Like it even says contact Thisbe, Flute, and Pyramus. Well, I'm trying to figure out how to use the radio. I have the frequencies, I have the quartz blank, but for some reason I cannot figure out I do know about bottom because I've seen the note from Josiah.
Hello?
Oh.
Is anyone there? Hello?
Why didn't we do this before?
You sure don't sound like Puck, so explain yourself.
My name's Nancy Drew.
So where's Puck?
Well, I'm pretty
We
sure
got all
Puck's
riled up
real
for
name
nothing.
was Josiah Crowley, and I hate to say it, but he passed away earlier this year.
Ah, that's a shame. Heck, I never got to give him his sentence.
What sentence is that?
Well, see, a while back, Puck dictated a sentence to me and told me that if and when he recited a certain passage from Shakespeare, I was to respond with that sentence. Weird fellow, that Puck.
If I tell you the passage, will you tell me the sentence?
Well, yeah, sure, I guess. Especially seeing as Puck's no longer with us.
Okay. Yours is this one.
Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
That's it. Here, let me check my logbook for the response. Now I'm supposed to say, leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about.
Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about?
Those were Puck's exact words.
Okay.
Is Flute your real name?
No, it's just what Puck insisted on calling me. What'd you say his real name was?
Josiah Crowley.
Strange. I never heard of him.
Why is that strange?
He led me to believe he was this big cheese out in Hollywood. You know, some famous producer, director or something. Said he owned his own studio.
He didn't own a studio, and he certainly didn't live in Hollywood.
I'll be darned. So he was just lying to me. Well, that's all right. I may have told him a fib or three over the years.
I know, yeah.
Like the time I told him I was a scratch golfer. I don't even know what that means. In any case.
I don't know what that means either.
Help. Over and out.
Okay, so now let's do Thisbe, which is 50.
Thisbe, are you there? Hello?
I'm Thisbe, but only
Thisbe?
Puck calls me that. Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm afraid I have some bad news about Puck.
Oh dear, they closed the place. why I haven't heard from him. He's too far down in the dumps. Oh, I was afraid it was something like that.
Actually, you haven't heard from him because he passed away several months ago.
Oh my. That's worse, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And after all that rigmarole he went through, making sure I knew my line and understood my cue?
Your cue?
Yes, you see, Puck, or whatever his real name is, or was, Puck wanted to share his love of acting with me. So he gave me a line to say, a very curious line I might add, and told me to repeat it only after I heard my cue. A passage written by Mr. William Shakespeare.
So if I cue you with a passage, you'll respond with the line he gave you to say?
Immediately. I know it by heart, you see.
Here goes. If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended. That you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
That's what I was to say, although my delivery was much better when Puck was coaching me. And now, as Puck was fond of saying, I bid you adieu. Over and out.
And then we have Pyramus, which is 5-7.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Speak to me. Hello?
Speak to me.
This is Pyramus. Who are you?
My name's Nancy Drew. Does somebody named Puck usually call you on this frequency?
Somebody named Puck used to. Apparently he found something better to do. Haven't talked to him in months.
Well, that's because he passed away not too long ago.
Oh, well that's a good excuse, I guess. How'd you know he called me Pyramus?
I'm a friend of his. I found your name and radio frequency in his journal.
So why are you talking to me?
Did Puck, ever ask you to tell him something whenever he read a certain passage from Shakespeare?
Whenever he rattled off this Shakespeare quote, I was supposed to rattle off this stupid saying he gave me. How did you know about that?
Long story. But if I were to rattle off the quote, there's no reason why you can't tell me.
Oh, they're even
that
in
stupid
order, I
saying,
just
right?
noticed.
Well, come to think of it,
Flute,
never said
Bisbee,
the
and
quote had
Pyramus.
to come from him, so yeah, I guess I could tell you.
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night.
How'd you know?
Long story. What did he tell you to say in response?
Wait a minute, I had to write it down. Here, you're gonna love this. A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
I told you it was stupid.
I really appreciate your help.
Just out
I'm
of
running out of
curiosity,
space.
What kind of car did Puck drive? Do you know?
I don't think he had a car.
And he tried to tell me he was rich.
I mean,
Over and out.
he was wealthy. Okay, so now I need to go back and look at the symbols again. Okay, so...
I've seen these symbols before. On that big
Yeah.
clock in the attic of the carriage house.
Okay, leave by the road when the owner is in. Is that hit the road? Is that the same thing? Let's assume it is. Hit the road when the owner is in. Because there will be thieves about. The authorities here are alert. Bad water. So do not go this way. Barking dog. Would do well to hold his tongue. In a dangerous neighborhood. Is there one about being quiet? Yeah, keep quiet. In a dangerous neighborhood. And then kind lady was the cat. Good water is the one with the X, which doesn't make a lot of sense. And then the sky's the limit is the parallel lines. Okay, let's hope I got that correct. They all have 3 symbols, which I think means I'm correct. I think this is the last time we'll have to hear all the clanging. Cover your ears if necessary. One more time. It's that part that hurts. Okay, flute. Leave by the road when the owner is in because there will be thieves about. The authorities. Bad water. Do not go this way. Barking dog. Be quiet. Dangerous neighborhood. Kind lady lives here. Fresh water. The sky's the limit. Yeah. Ooh, your goal is to reach the end of the path and to land exactly on the last spot. No going over. Each card can only be used once. You do not need to use all of the cards. To take a shortcut, you must be on the spot with a picture on it and use the same picture to take the pathway. I forgot about this puzzle. Okay, so let's do 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do I really want to do that? I guess so. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could do maybe 6 and 3. Okay, see, I messed up. So maybe I don't want to... Maybe I want to get to this instead. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no way to make it 5, so let's just go as far as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can do 7. Let's do 6 and 1. And then... Oh, but I can't go over. Yeah, I can't go over. Okay. I don't remember this being hard. And then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can't do this either. And all of them have to be used, right? They don't all need to be used. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. Whoa! Glad there's a hole in the roof. Otherwise, we'd be burning the place down. Okay, now we're doing mini golf again. Take this to Tiny Town, and for oodles of fun, use it there to hit a hole-in-one. Okay. Perfect.
No doubt meant to be used on that golf course of Josiah's.
I would hope that you're smart enough to know that, Nancy.
No can do. I'm out of money.
Oh, shoot. Shoot a monkey. Not actually, though, because that would be mean. Okay, I guess we're delivering a telegram. I should probably deliver multiple telegrams, because we know my track record in the miniature golf course, so... Alright, where... The railroad station.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
Hi, Jamie. Welcome in. How's it going?
Hi, I'm supposed to deliver this telegram to Willie Joe. Is that you?
Oh!
No, Willie Joe's Uncle John.
Bingo!
Let you guess it, though.
She?
Good job, Jamie. You've been here for all of 2 seconds, and you've already gotten bingo. What a sleigh. What a fun welcome.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's
Almost the
your next telegram.
weekend, yeah.
Take this to Phil Connor out at Trollmeister Nails. Keep up the good work.
My hair looks great, thank you. I've been good. I just had the last 2 days off of work because of snow days. So that's been really, really
That's
nice.
what we make here. Nails. Beauty, ain't she?
Thanks, but no thanks, Mr. Connor. Bye.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money.
Love a snow day.
And
Me
here's your next
too.
telegram. This one here is for Helen C. White. She's at the library. Keep up the good work.
I think that this is probably enough.
I have a telegram here for...
But I am right next to the library, so might as well.
This telegram is for Helen C.
Clover's scratching on the door. She should not be doing that.
Bill and Steve Wright.
Thank you for the
Helen
toot.
C. White. Shh. Here.
A telegram for Miss White. I'll give it to her. Thank you.
You're welcome. What? Never mind.
Shh.
Librarians are not like this, okay? Don't be scared to go to your public library.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I've never
sure did.
ever had a
Good for
librarian
you.
treat me
Here's your
like
money.
that.
And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Molly out at
Not
Dash's
crop
Dairy.
dusting
Keep
the
up good work.
librarian. Alright, let's go do this golf course. Do I really need it though? I guess I have to take it. Oh, easy peasy. I thought I was gonna have to go through the whole thing.
Another safe deposit box key?
End game, end game. Whoops, I did it again. I keep turning myself around right there. It is a silly goose time. Very, very silly.
You've got to go talk to Emily. She's in a bad way.
What do you mean?
This is
What's
not the
happened?
time.
Please, go talk to her. She won't listen to me. I'm no help at all.
Now is not the time, Emily, to have a mental breakdown. I'm about to solve the
Just go
mystery.
back to River Heights, Nancy. But I think I know where the real Will is.
It doesn't matter. I can't run the inn anyway. I'm going to have to sell it.
What do you mean?
I took a nap.
I'm gonna
after
call
I got
this
back
Nancy
from
gets
running
fired
errands, and
or
when I
taken off
woke
the
up,
case.
This was in my hand. It's one of the necklaces that I thought
Because she
had
did
been
say go back to
stolen.
River
I
Heights.
have no idea how it got there. I must do things and not remember. All this responsibility on top of losing Mom. I can't cope with it. I'm having a, what Jane call it, a nervous breakdown.
Emily, just listen to me.
I don't want to talk anymore. Go home. You're just making things worse.
I am not, girl. I do have hiccups from out of nowhere, so that's weird. Alright, straight to the bank. Let's go.
I'm glad you stopped by. I need to clear the air about something. I lied before. Not just when I said the bank was doing fine.
Lied?
Really not. But when I said that wasn't
No
my
way.
car you saw parked outside the inn today.
No
I
one
parked it there
ever
because I
lies
didn't
to
want
Nancy
anyone to know
Drew.
that I was at Richard Topham's begging him for money. This
I will
bank
count
is
the
in
car
truly
view
dire
as a
financial
Nancy
straits.
POV, or
And if
Nancy
anyone
sighting.
finds out,
Mr. Archer, I already knew you were at Richard Topham's today. I saw your name in his calendar.
oh, so what can I do for you?
I found another safe deposit box key that belonged to Josiah.
Impossible. Josiah only had one box.
And another
You've already
bingo.
opened it.
Owen
But
got a
this has to be
bingo.
Josiah's key.
It is one of ours. Where did you get it?
I won it playing golf at Josiah's with a special ball. I had to ace one of the holes.
Why does that sound familiar? I know why. That's what Clara always called me. Her ace in the hole.
That's who this key belongs to,
Clara
Clara Pickford.
Pickford.
So, Clara
Bad
Pickford
luck
was
today,
really Josiah
huh?
Crowley in disguise.
I'm sorry.
Apparently, he loved playing tricks like that on people and hiding things right under
The
their
last
noses.
will and testament of Josiah M.
Wonder what this is.
Crowley.
Gloria Dowd, now Crandall, and Jane Willoughby, circa
That's not
1912.
Jane.
Jane Willoughby? That doesn't look the least bit like Jane Willoughby.
No, it certainly doesn't. I'd better get back to the Lilac Inn and have a talk with her right now.
We're gonna call this a villain monologue.
Move out of the way, would you please? I'm kind of in a hurry.
You're not going anywhere
Kelsey
until you
got a
tell me who you
bingo.
really are.
What are you talking about?
I just saw a picture of Jane Willoughby, the real Jane Willoughby.
It's been swell knowing you, sister.
Like, I know she doesn't really give a monologue, but
I can't let Jane out of my sight.
we're gonna say it. She really takes those turns slow, huh? What if I ran out of gas during the car chase? Can you imagine?
I'll bet she's heading for the state line. I know. I'll take a shortcut and head her off.
Crash. Hi, Miss Lemon.
Why couldn't you just mind your own business?
Yay! Convenient pie
I knew
truck.
you'd be home from school in a couple of days, but I
Oh, I
couldn't
like
wait
this
to tell you.
stationery.
I
This
just
is
solved a
different.
mystery. I figured out that
Very
Emily Crandall's
cute.
guardian was really an imposter named Marion, who intercepted the letter Emily wrote to Jane Willoughby after her
I'm gonna
mom died.
count
She pretended to be
Nancy's
Jane,
dad's
not
phone call at
only
the
so
very
she could steal
beginning
Emily's
as Nancy gets a phone
valuables,
call,
but so she could
because he did
convince
call for
Emily
her
that she was
first.
incapable of running Lilac Inn.
I'm trying to
and
think of
that she
other ones
should
that I can
sell it
just
and
give
split
to
the
y'all.
money
I want
with
more
her. On
bingos.
top of all that, I found Josiah Crowley's real will. In it, he left Emily so much money that she'll be able to hire all the people she
It's
needs
not letting
to
me
keep
call
the
it.
inn going. He left Jim Archer a ton of money, too. which means he won't
Hopefully
have to
that
close
did
his
it.
bank. And from now on, he'll be able to buy his wife a new dress anytime he wants. As for Richard Topham, Josiah left him nothing. Although Topham still refuses to admit that he forged the first will and insists that he's going to contest the will I found. Dad says it's highly doubtful he'll succeed, and that he'd be better off sticking to spoon tricks. Anyway, when you get home, I'll give you all the details over a nice big piece of
Yum.
slightly damaged cherry pie. Wait till you hear that part of the story. As
And we'll
always,
call
Nancy.
Nancy's gasps in the secret passageways a jump scare. Mary Sam, congrats on the bingo. We got Puzzle Pro for solving puzzles at a lightning speed.
Great news, I think. See, Frank
And we
Joe
can
Hardy
count
have invited
Francie
me to help them solve
too,
a mystery.
because
Only this
Frank.
mystery takes place on a train.
Anybody else
But
getting
not
a
just
bingo?
any train. A train that was found abandoned years ago in the middle of nowhere. All of its passengers had simply vanished. Some people say the train is
Yay!
jinxed. Others say
Another
it's haunted.
one! Maggie!
It'll be fun to finally
I
get to work
finally gave
alongside the
Maggie her
Hardy
bingo.
boys. But I just hope the trip we're going on doesn't turn out to be, you know, one way.
And of course, we have played Last Train to Blooming Canyon before on the channel, so if you want to see the VODs, you can go back through on the YouTube and check that out. Speaking of YouTube, it's time to say goodbye to YouTube. See you later, YouTube. Thanks so much for being here. We had so much fun solving the secret of the old clock. Nancy's technically first mystery ever, even though it's the 12th game in the series. And yeah, this was fun. Can't wait for the next one. I believe the next one we're going to play is The Silent Spy, which is great. It's one of the more modern ones. And we get to find out a lot about Nancy's mom, a little bit of backstory on Nancy Drew's life. So get excited for that, and I will see you next time. Bye!